Hello everyone, and welcome back to another lesson. This week, we'll be talking about Chapter 27, Mesuration. Now, for 27.1, we'll be talking about the perimeter and the area of a rectangle. The perimeter of a rectangle is the total distance around the outside of the shape. Therefore, we have the equation that the perimeter is equal to the length plus the width plus the length plus the width, or 2 times the sum of the length and the width for short. Next is the area. To find the area of a rectangle, simply multiply the length by the width, and here's the word formula. Let's get on to our examples. Here, we have a rectangle with a length of 11 centimeters and the width of 4 centimeters. To find the area of the rectangle, take the length and multiply by the width, which will be 11 times 4 equals to 44 centimeters squared. The perimeter of the rectangle is equal to 2 multiplied by the sum of the length and the width, which means 2 times 11 plus 4, and you'll get 30 centimeters. Sometimes the question won't give you just a regular rectangle, but an irregular shape. Here, we have a shape that is made of 2 rectangles. To find the perimeter of this shape, just add all the sides together. So you'll have 3 plus 2 plus 7 plus 3 plus 10 plus 5. Your results should be 30 centimeters. For the area, divide the shapes into rectangles. Here, we have divided the shapes into rectangle A and rectangle B. The area of the shape is the total area of these 2 rectangles. That means the area of the entire shape is 6 plus 30 and equal to 36 centimeters square. Moving on to 27.2, the area of a triangle. The area of any triangle can be calculated using this formula. S equals 1 over 2 times the base times the height that is perpendicular to the base. Or it can be written in the form of an algebraic formula as S equals 1 over 2 times BH. If you have a right-angled triangle, the height and base would be the 2 sides that make up the 90 degrees angle. And here we have a right-angled triangle with the lengths of the 2 sides that make up the 90 degrees angle as 4 meters and 15 meters. Therefore, the area of the triangle would be 1.5 times 15 times 4 equal to 30 meters square. The question can also give you an irregular shape, just like the previous chapter. So all you need to do to find the area is to divide the shapes that you can calculate the area of. For this example, we have divided the shape into a rectangle and a triangle. The total area of these 2 shapes will be the area of the entire shape. Thus, we will have 7 times 2 plus 1 over 2 times 2 times 3. And the result will be 17 centimeters squared.
27.3, area of a parallelogram. So to find the area of parallelogram, we have to multiply the base by the height. So the formula of the finding area of the parallelogram is A equal to B multiplied by H. B is the base and H is the height of the parallelogram. So, for example, find the area of parallelogram with the base of 12 centimeters and the height of 5 centimeters. Solution. So, first we apply the formula A equal to B multiplied by H, and we put in the numbers, and it is 12 times 5, and it is equal to 60 centimeters squared. So the area of the parallelogram is 60 centimeters squared. Next, 27.4, our area of the trapezium. So, in order to calculate the area of the trapezium, we use the following formula. So 1 over 2 multiplied by A plus B and multiplied by the height. And H is the height of the trapezium, A in the top base and B in the base at the bottom. So, for example, the height of the trapezium given is 12 centimeters. The base at the top is 27 centimeters and the base at the bottom is 12 centimeters. Find the area of the trapezium. So the solution, first put in the numbers into the formula. So we have the half multiplied by a plus b and multiply by h, and 1/2 times 20 plus 14 and multiply by 12, and it is 1/2 times 34 and times 12, and it is equal to 204 centimeters square. So the area of the trapezium is 204 centimeters squares.
Now we will move on to chapter 27.5, circumference and area of a circle. The perimeter of a circle is called the circumference. You can calculate the circumference C of a circle by multiplying its diameter d by pi. As the diameter is twice the radius, or this formula can also be written as circumference equals 2 multiplied by the radius multiplied by pi. The value of pi is found on all scientific calculators, with pi equals 3.141592654 etc. But if it is not on your calculator, then take pi equals 3.142. Here's an example for you to practice on. Calculate the circumference of a circle with a diameter of 6 cm. You can easily solve the question by using the formula circumference equals diameter multiplied by pi, which equals 6 multiplied by pi, and we will get 18.8 cm rounded to 1 decimal place. Be careful if you are given the radius. In order to find a circumference, you must first double the radius to get the diameter. Next, to calculate the area of a circle, you use the formula area equals 2 pi multiplied by the radius squared. This formula uses the radius of the circle, so when you are given the diameter, remember to halve it to get the radius. On the screen now is an example for you to solve. Calculate the area of a circle with a diameter of 12 cm and give your answer as a multiple of pi. There are just 2 steps to solve this problem. First, you divide the diameter by halves to get the radius, which is 12 divided by 2, and you will get 6 cm. Next, you use the formula area equals 2 pi multiplied by the radius squared, which is pi multiplied by 6 squared, and the final result will be 36 pi centimeters squared.
Time to talk about 3D shapes. More specifically, the surface area and the volume of a cuboid. What exactly is a cuboid? A cuboid is a box shape with all of the 6 faces of the shape as rectangles. Examples of cuboids can be boxes, phones, books, etc. The sides of the cuboids are called the width, length, and the height. The volume of a cuboid is equal to the product of the width, length, and the height. The formula to calculate the volume is equal to the length times the width times the height, or V equals to L times W times H. The surface area of the cuboid is the total area of the 6 faces or 6 rectangles. Each pair of opposite rectangles have the same area. From the diagram, we get that the area of the top and the bottom rectangles is 2 times the length times the width, or 2 times LW. The area of the front and back rectangles is 2 times the height times the width, or 2 times HW. And the area of the 2 leftover rectangles is 2 times the height times the length, or 2 times HL. From all of those equations, we get the formula for the surface area of the cuboid is A equals 2LW plus 2HW plus 2HL. With the first example, we have a cuboid that has a length of 6 centimeters and the width of 4 centimeters, and also the height of 3.5 centimeters. So the volume of the cuboid would be 6 times 4 times 3.5 equals to 8.4 centimeters cubed. To calculate the surface area of the cuboid, apply our formula for the surface area, and you'll get 2 times 6 times 4 plus 2 times 3.5 times 4 plus 2 times 3.5 times 6, which is equal to 48 plus 28 plus 42, and that gives you the result of 118 centimeters squared. For example number 2, we'll find a side of the cuboid when the volume is known. Here we have a cuboid with a volume of 1,440 centimeters cubed, a width of 15 centimeters and a height of 8 centimeters. The question is asking you to find the length of the cuboid. We know that the volume is the product of the length, width, and height. From that, we can find the length by taking the volume and dividing it by the width and the height. That will be 1,440 divided by 15 times 8, or 120. The length of the cuboid will be 12 centimeters.